channel. If you're new here, my name is Sienna Ross and I just do typical teen mom videos stating how my pregnancy is going. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my first trimester and second trimester recap. I'm currently in my third trimester right now, which seems pretty late to be doing my first trimester and second trimester recap, but since I'm just starting out my channel, I thought I would let you guys know how my pregnancy has went so far. So to start off, I found out I was pregnant at about 10 weeks. It seems pretty long, but honestly I didn't have any symptoms to even make myself think I was pregnant, so it was a really big shock to me. The main thing that I noticed was just my missed period. I didn't have it for a while, so I was like, okay, I might be pregnant. If you guys want a story time about how I found out I was pregnant, let me know below and I'll for sure do that video. So I'm going to start off with my weight in the beginning of my pregnancy. I weighed around 124 pounds. It's increased quite a bit since then, since I am in the third trimester right now. But other than that, my weight, I kind of struggled with it a little bit. It bothered me to see it go up, but you're growing a baby, so of course you're going to put on pounds because your baby needs to grow. I do work out occasionally. I don't know if it really helps with my weight. I haven't noticed a big change, but I just like to stay active because I know it's good for the baby's health. So moving on, my symptoms in my first trimester, I never really had any issues with my pregnancy. I'm super grateful to say that because I know some girls go through some pretty sick pregnancies and I couldn't imagine because that would just suck. I hate getting sick so much. Some of my pretty big symptoms in my first trimester were my boobs have grown quite a bit. I did experience some round ligament pain and some stretching in my stomach because you're of course growing a baby and you're going to be stretching, so I never really had any nausea throughout, like I stated before. I never felt sick, I never threw up in the morning, I never had bad experiences with food where I just want to throw up because of the smell of it, which is pretty lucky. I did have a pretty strong sense of smell. I could smell some things that were dull in my boyfriend's nose, but I could just smell it really strong. Honestly, that was super weird to experience because before I couldn't really smell the things that I was smelling. Other than that, my symptoms were really good in my first trimester along with my second trimester, but I'll get into that. For some cravings, I never really craved that much things in my first trimester. Mainly just sweet things, I would just want candy or chocolate or something like that. And the odd time I'd crave some salty things chips or something like that. I really did enjoy ice cream though. If you're pregnant, you probably enjoyed ice cream too, as of every woman. So really that kind of does conclude my first trimester recap. I didn't really have any issues. Since I did find out at 10 weeks pregnant, I didn't have an ultrasound till I was about 15 or 16 weeks, maybe more. I don't remember, it was so long ago now, which was kind of odd because, if you find out earlier, you usually get to go for your ultrasound pretty early, but I guess I found it pretty late, so I didn't get to go to an ultrasound for quite a while. We do know the gender of the baby and we do have a name picked out. I think I'm going to do a name reveal video if you guys want to see that. I'm pretty excited. I will tell the gender though. The gender, she is a girl, which we are super excited about because we did want a girl. Nothing against boys, but we just wanted a girl for our first. So with that kind of concludes my first trimester recap. Moving on to my second trimester recap. I gained weight, of course. Everyone does when you're pregnant. I started at 124 and about in my second trimester I was probably around maybe 27 pounds, around there, I'd say, because I do weigh in the 130s now, but probably in my second trimester I was about 127, around there. So yeah, my weight was pretty good in the second trimester. I didn't gain too much. My symptoms didn't really change that much, besides I got a lot of round ligament pain, and that sucks so badly. Like, it was just in my hips. Like, if I laid down on my back and then moved, like, I would probably groan in pain because it hurt a lot. I did have some back pain. So yeah, that was pretty much really the biggest change in my second trimester. I did feel a bit more nausea, actually. I felt sick sometimes in the morning, which was odd because usually your second trimester you start to feel better. But in my case, I started to go downhill in the second trimester, which kind of sucked. I'm good now, which is great. So yeah, my nausea was kind of there. There were some certain foods, like if I smelled like meat cooking or something, it'd kind of bother me. Like, I didn't really like the smell of that cooking. Other than that, that was pretty much it. I also couldn't stand the look of like red meat, like steak, like how people eat it, like medium rare, etc. I just couldn't stand like the bloody look and all that stuff. So yeah, I did have a pretty bad sense of smell like I did in the first trimester. My nausea was increased, like I had that, as well as I started to get more and more fatigue as well. I've read on my pregnancy app that your third trimester, it feels like your first all over again. It's just horrible. Yeah, my second trimester. Another symptom that I experienced in my second trimester was probably some pretty big mood swings. You can ask my boyfriend, it was pretty bad. Sometimes I would cry at just random stuff. Like, I remember we went snowmobiling in the wintertime and I did something like wrong. Like, I kind of went and almost got stuck on my sled, and my boyfriend was like freaking out because he was scared, of course, that I almost got stuck and tipped my sled, and I just like started to cry. Like, it was so random. I never cry and stuff like that, so it was really funny actually, but very odd. And like, your mood swings are just horrible in pregnancy. Like, you just feel sad and happy at random times, and it just sucks because you just want to be happy all the time. But growing a baby is hard, honestly. I'm sure a lot of moms will say that, especially teen moms, because you're just young and you know it was unexpected and you just feel like your life is over, blah blah blah. But I was pretty happy and cherished the fact that I'm growing a baby, because honestly, in the beginning, I honestly never thought that I could get pregnant, because I've had like some scares before, but I never got pregnant. So I was very like shocked when I was pregnant. Moving on to my cravings in my second trimester, it was really anything sweet. Like in the first trimester, like I would just crave like candy all the time. I don't know, candy, and like sometimes some pop and stuff, but I've tried to limit my intake on that. I sometimes craved like coffee. I drank a lot of coffee before I was pregnant, so I kind of just like have a cup here and there, but coffee was a craving, chocolate, and I had a weird craving. It was cheeseburgers, actually, surprisingly. I'm not sure if any other women have experienced craving cheeseburgers when they're pregnant, but man, it was a big craving for me. Besides that, I never really had any more big cravings. Just like I said, anything sweet. Like I said before, if you guys want me to do a story time video of when I found out I was pregnant, I will gladly do that, because it was a pretty shocking experience and it'd be a good story to tell. I started to feel the baby move at around 23 weeks. Like I could feel her moving, and it honestly felt weird, like for the first time, like being a first-time mom, feeling your baby move inside was like such an incredible experience. Honestly, I can't even explain it. But yeah, being 30 weeks now, she does move a lot, which I'm really glad that she moves a lot, because it just worries me that one day she will stop moving. But we're doing good so far. All my doctor's appointments have been really good. I've had no issues besides a bit TMI. In the first trimester, I did have a yeast infection, a little yeast infection, so I had to go get antibiotics for that. But that went away quickly. It's no big problem. I did find out I was RH negative, so you do get a shot for that. The shot wasn't bad. It didn't hurt me at all, honestly, which was really good. I don't have a phobia of needles anyways, so I didn't have any symptoms afterwards, which was great. I guess recently in the second trimester, towards the end, you do your glucose tests. I took my 1 hour glucose test. I did fail it at a couple numbers high, which wasn't too bad, but I had to do the 2 hour, so I just finished the 2 hour last week, and I'm still waiting on my results for that. I have an appointment this coming Wednesday, so hopefully I find out the information about the glucose tests and not have to do a 3 hour, because it sucked being poked like 3 times through your 2 hour test. But whatever, it's all good for the baby. Other than that, she is super healthy. Makes me super happy to hear that. Haven't had any issues, like I said. I've told you guys everything, I believe. It's been a while, so hopefully I didn't forget anything. Oh, I forgot the biggest part of my pregnancy. I'm due August 6th. August 6th. It's coming up so fast. It's already June, and I can't believe it. She's coming so fast. I do have my baby shower in 2 weeks. I plan to do a baby shower haul, of course. I'm really excited. Get to see all my family, all that stuff. I'm sorry if this was like super rusty. This is my first YouTube video. It's pretty like anxious. I plan to do so much more, and I'm super excited to share my journey with you guys, and hopefully you guys have like some of the same symptoms or something. DM me if you have the same symptoms. I love to meet new people online and stuff, and especially have mom friends, because that would just be awesome, you know? I also do not have much pictures of my first trimester and second trimester, like bump pictures, so I can't really insert any in this video, which I apologize, because I regret honestly not taking bump pictures throughout my pregnancy. But for my third trimester, I will do a bump show at the end. Like, I will show my bump at the end, and I will insert some pictures of our pregnancy photo shoot, which turned out really great, some of the pictures. So yeah, that is going to conclude my first trimester and second trimester recap. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, you can follow me on my Instagram, which I will have it linked at the end of the video and down below, because I do post frequently on my Instagram. So yeah, follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter, which I have posted below, like I said before. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.